All right, filling up some coffee here. I'm gonna fire this bad boy up momentarily. About 7, almost 10 till 8 a.m. Looks like the weather is somewhat clear today. A little bit of clouds. No rain in the forecast. All right, let's see what we're doing. Okay, rock and roll. So we got the Project Dodge Ram. Just finished mounting this radiator here, and from what I'm learning, this is a cold case aftermarket aluminum radiator. Pretty nice. Appears to be holding coolant so far, no leaks. Really nice radiator. Like the way it looks. You can see the cold case spray painted on there. But basically, this radiator doesn't line up directly out of the box. So I had to do some frame modifications, basically relocate the rib nuts, drill holes, went ahead and welded them up. I haven't machined the bushing yet. Have my aluminum stock, but just so I can at least fire up the truck, I have something kind of Mickey Mouse here. I wouldn't really recommend running it with this size bushing here. More than likely, probably break the ear and radiator could fall out of the truck, but all custom hardware, pretty much figured out, reverse engineered everything to make this radiator fit just like as if it was OEM. Can't even tell, my paint, I kind of masked it off. Color doesn't, it matches good enough, but you can kind of see where I welded. I had to do the modifications. Um, did a rib nut, see where I welded it. Came out pretty good. Ground down. Got everything nicely torqued up on the mounts. New belt, OEM water pump, thermostat housing, new thermostat. So just put the Mishimoto silicone hoses. I think these are 5 layers. And with the aftermarket radiator, they fit pretty damn well. Kind of like the way everything fit there. Yeah, these are my control arms here. I got these custom. This is Michigan Metal Works. You guys have a Gen 3 Dodge Ram 1500. You make a couple parts for this truck. I think this is like one of the only off-road components that makes some like lowering kits and stuff, but I love these things. I haven't really like beat the hell out of them, but I've done some stuff. It has about 5,000 miles and everything feels nice and good. So definitely recommend them. I also have some other videos on installation process on doing the lip kit. I think what is it? The Max Track 4.5 with a, what is it? 2.5 in the rear. But yeah, I think everything's good. Got some coolant in there. Double check our coolant level. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up and see what she does. I haven't driven my truck in like over a month now. Just been kind of sitting here. Actually, we're gonna leave this off. I want to see that coolant get sucked through. So yeah, everything's nice. I put some custom bushings with the kind of space off the transmission cooler, and then this right here, the power steering cooler, kind of have like a hardware kit underneath there to I kind of designed some stuff that way it like bolts on super clean. Don't have to worry about my power steering cooler falling off. It's nice and rigidly mounted with a little bit of flex, like it should in the bracket. Um, the transmission cooler is okay. The only thing is kind of because it's a little bit of a wired radiator. The geometry is just a little off, so I compensated with some, what do you call it, some 3M padding down there, and just to kind of give it a little bit of cushion up against like the radiator and whatnot. A couple things, but let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Oh, coffee. Now, I think I was gonna do that. Kind of wondering. I know it needs like a 24-hour cure, but it's not a high pressure. This is basically the last thing I need to do. Need to put the expansion tank back on. I just kind of like cleaned it out. I need to glue this bad boy. I was gonna buy a doorman, but I was kind of looking at him like, shit, my 20-year-old OEM one that's fallen apart looks like it's still better quality than the Dorman one. But yeah, we're gonna use some Loctite 545, basically glue this fitting in here. And what I realized, this is my second radiator from Summit Racing. The first one was damaged. It was actually missing this fitting, and I kind of thought that it came the threads in the radiator here were I thought these threads right here were originally damaged. And they were blown the fuck out on the first radiator that was sent to me. And then so what I did is I measured this and I realized, I'm like, huh, that's weird. It's not quite 27 MPT, it's like 28. And that's when I figured out that this is actually British standard piping tapered fit, and it's completely different thread pitch. The angle of the thread pitch is a little different. It's 55 degrees versus like 60, and it's 28, threads per inch versus 27, which is like national pipe threading, standard used here in America. So my best guess is they were probably changing this fitting out into something else, maybe like a 1/4 inch, and didn't realize that for whatever reason they're using bloody British fitting. Using their system. Still standard. This is a 1/8 inch British standard piping, and it's just different. There's one thread per inch more. So if you're unaware of that, you'll basically blow the hole out. And I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe this is cheaper to get these. I have no idea. Versus like just doing a 1/4 inch MPT, which everybody has access to that tooling at most hardware stores. But yeah, let's see. I kind of want to finish this part up at least. Just kind of clean out these threads here. Got the battery all nicely hooked up. It's been about a couple weeks since I ran it, so hopefully the battery's still good. And I kind of want to see if I can do this. Can I just basically kind of wipe out the threads a little bit. There's like some pre-existing. I'm wanting to see like if it was actually sealed. It looks like it was sealed from the factory, so if I would have just left it alone, it would have been fine. But because I was sent one that was messed up before, I didn't trust it, so I had to look for myself, which is cool because I wanted the data too. Now I know it's not National Pipe; it is British, which I didn't really even know existed. To be honest, I thought everybody used the American system. Okay. It's probably good enough for what I do. Good enough. Nice and clean. Okay. Can do a little bit of this too. Oh, I totally broke that. I dropped this can earlier. Okay, kind of get the moisture. So the 545 is a anaerobic sealant. Basically, it dries or cures in the absence of air. So being in the bottle, I mean, it might kind of cure a little bit. When it sits for a while, it does have a shelf life, but basically once you put on the threads and then torque it down, kind of knocked a little bit out right there. Don't want that junk getting a little bit of, looks like they used 545 too. I'm assuming. Could just be regular Loctite. Who knows? I think that's good enough. Let's go ahead and booger this bad boy up. So this shit right here is semi-expired, but still works great. Yeah. Kind of using the tip of the applicator to kind of just paint it on. Kind of get those first few threads. All right. Yeah, that should be enough. See how that works out. That's how I dropped it earlier. Son of a bitch. Okay, I believe it's a 12 millimeter. Yeah. Don't want to over torque it. All right, boom. And looks like it's just dripping out just a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect. So it should be fine. Mm. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So now, put this on really quick. I don't want to do this. I think right there. So, can't remember. I don't think there's a clamp. I don't know. Do I have a clamp on this one right here? I can't remember. I know the original fitting was a 5/16, and this one right here is a 3/8. But I also replaced the hose at some point, so it should be fine technically within the last 10 years. All right, should be good. Okay. Somewhat simple like. Probably still put a clamp on it. And I can't remember exactly what bolt I used. One of these is for the power steering. I think it's this one that's for that, for the expansion tank. Just a little bit of anti-seize. Just a little bit, you know. You don't need to like put a bunch of it, but I like to put it on everything. I don't care what anybody says. I'll even put it on my brakes. Cool. So I'm not gonna like go into the radiator or anything now. Shouldn't hit the fan. The fan's all the way. Where's the fan at? So we should double check, make sure we're not gonna. It should be going into the radiator. Solid as fuck. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, you know what? No, it's in the clear. Yeah, there's nothing underneath there. It's actually a little hole right there. Maybe we can see. Fan's more over here. Yeah, looks like it just goes down into the void. So that should be pretty solid. Okay, cool. Expansion tank on. Probably use a little bit more windshield wiper fluid. That's all hooked up. Got the fan put back on. New belt. Mopar. Should be good shit. Everything's nice and clean. Fixed a bunch of stuff. Battery's nice and clean. Let's see what else we need to do. Double check that. Hold on. More coffee. Just getting started, guys. Double check that work. So now, keys. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up, see what happens. Oh, dipstick too. I'm excited. All right, let's see what this freaking thing does. All right, there's engine oil. How do you guys check your oil? I like to do it like this. Fuck, freaking like a 4-foot dipstick. Nah, maybe like 3 feet. Oof, I think I need to change my oil. Yikes. Checking it cold. Let's see. Yeah, there's oil definitely. It's about, where's the safety zone at? Huh. Yeah, looks like it's in the safe zone enough. So it doesn't look too bad, but it's definitely, I think it's got about 2,500 miles on it since last oil change, but it's been about a year. I don't drive this truck very much. Yep. Okay, cool. So coolant level has not dropped. That's a good sign. Means thermostat, water pump, and hoses, radiator itself, everything is hopefully nicely sealed because I would be pissed if I got another bad radiator. Okay. You know what? Might have to take down. Might have to do a little preparation really quick. It's kind of doing a lot of metal fabricate, or should I say metal fabrication, but a little bit of welding and grinding when it was raining. So I have this easy up. Oh no. My Lamborghini paint. Yeah. Oh, my cherry bumper. Don't want to scratch my bumper, guys. Might damage the paint. All right, cool. It's motherfucking heavy. All right, let's go. Ugh. Look at this. Got enough juice. Where's my battery? Battery's a little on the low side. Lamp out. Brake. Fucking no check engine lights. Huh? Sounded okay. Power steering works. Nice. Low wash, lamp out. That's normal. I keep burning a headlight up front. I don't know if it has anything to do with my tip'em. I put another tip'em in this thing. All right. Make sure no leaks. What's it cleaning? Good. Everything looks okay. Surprised it started right up. The fan looks okay. Shouldn't come on. Yeah, right, tidy. Torqued it by hand, so it should be good. Let's see, once that thermostat opens, gets up to temp, that radiator level should drop. So we're gonna have to give it a while. So far, so good. It's like plenty of clearance around the fan shroud. Belt sounds nice and quiet. Tensioner sounds good. Don't see the coolant hoses pissing yet. Nope, looks good. Yeah. Yeah, that looks real good. I like that clearance. Tits. Let's make sure nothing's no check engine lights. Nope, should be good. It's okay. If it's not this, it'll be something else. It's a Dodge. Oh, she's filling up. Oh, smoky. Ah, fan looks good. Belt looks good. Yeah. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Nothing making too much noise. So it's not going to be held under pressure. So temperature is going to, well, I want to see that thermostat once it gets up to temp. Let's see what the temp's looking like. Let's see. So I already got up to temp pretty quick. No, that's oil pressure. There's temp. Yeah, that would be kind of scary. No, that's oil pressure. That one right there, that's temperature. So we're still cold. We're still warming up. It's gonna be a while. Don't check engine lights. All right, Tits McGee. Yeah, looks okay. Looks okay. Sounds okay. Shouldn't have blown a head gasket, I'm pretty sure. Oil looks nice and clean. Yeah, what happened was radiator just started leaking really bad, the original. Started leaking like right out the side. No, probably don't even need. I was gonna grab a clamp for it, but it's okay. No, no coolant leaks, no water pump leaks. No, I don't think so. Coolant. Usually, when there's a leak in the system, it'll start pulling kind of quick, and it'll be pretty obvious. It'll start dripping on the floor. That water pump's, moving a decent amount volume of water. Let's see. Yeah, it should be good. We'll find out. Usually within the first, 2 heat cycles, you'll know if everything was put together correctly. If usually if it was put together correctly, you shouldn't have any over temperatures. This thing should stay cold because this is a much thicker. The original radiator is like maybe like that. This one right here has like an extra, almost like ½ inch on it. Yeah, completely different. Fits really nice. Yep, any day now. Hopefully we'll get the operating temperature. It's like probably about 56, just under 60 degrees right now. Looking good. Yeah, nice. Oh, look at that. It's kind of getting to temperature a little bit. Battery's looking healthy. Oil pressure's looking healthy. Ooh. Make sure nothing Nothing's making any weird noises. No, it's all good. It's not pissing coolant out anywhere. It's pretty good. Super solid. Just gotta machine my bushing for that, but I really like the way that this came out. Pretty nice. Welded, painted it, came out tits. Yeah, should be getting a temperature. So once we get like probably halfway up on that gauge, I think I got a 195 thermostat installed. So I'm not sure what the temperature on the fan kicks on at. Uses a forget the like a thermostatic element. I forget what they call it exactly, but basically it's like kind of like a spring in a sense, and once it expands when it gets hot, and that's when it engages a clutch on the fan on the water pump shaft. So that fan's kind of slipping right now, and then once it gets the temperature, it'll kind of it'll that clutch on the fan will start to grab and provide a little bit more airflow. Yeah, 195 thermostat. And I put the bleed hole in the thermostat facing up. It's usually like industry standard, if I'm not mistaken. On most of the vehicles I work on, bleed hole always goes in the upwards direction to allow air to kind of bypass. And then once it gets up to operating temperature, that spring will collapse, and you should see this coolant level drop pretty quick, I would imagine. Unless it was, unless the block was pretty full, but pretty sure there should be like some. Yeah, this is ice cold. Not feeling nothing. This is the pressure side. There's a little bit of coolant bypassing, but not a lot. Not until that thermostat fully opens. And once it does, maybe we'll go ahead and slam our funnel in there, get a little bit of coolant on standby. Never hurts to have a little bit of coolant. Okay. Don't look at my blueprints. All right. Oh, I think it's about to start overflowing. Looks like it's gonna fall. Getting hotter. No, not yet. Mm. Yep. Mm. See what this thing. And we are probably still not there yet. Like halfway. It's gonna take a while. Cold Southern California morning. Whew. fluctuating. Try this. Allow the system to build up a little bit of pressure. See if anything gets pushed back into that recovery tank. What are we? It's still pretty cold. Yeah, it's cold. It's going to get a little hotter. Three. Try a header. Header manifold. Yeah, that sounds about right. Belt. Looking good. Thermostat housing. Starting to get a little bit warmer on the block. Hoses, about 70 degrees on the hose. Let's see. About 59, 60. Let's shoot our fan. Let's see, 71, 74. Yep. Okay. Coolant in the tank. Still pretty cold. That's what's getting pushed out. Let's see, we shoot that bottom hose. Damn. All right, so that lower hose is starting to get a little bit warmer. Kind of matches that thermostat housing temp. 87, 88. Yep. Let's see. One 12. Starting to generate a little bit of heat. Let's see. Still pretty ice cold. Transmission cooler, still pretty cold. Power steering, pretty cold. Obviously, we're not using the power steering. Check that lower hose. Lower hose starting to get a little bit warmer. Not too much. Ice cold. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. No check engine lights, no fucking sirens. Oh, okay. I think we're at operating temperature right now. Okay, so that thermostat should be opening up here pretty soon. Batteries looking okay. Oil pressure. Yeah, we're okay. Carefully open this. Whoa! Oh, it's under pressure. So I gotta open it carefully. Squirter. Oh, water pump's working good. So once it gets up to pressure, should bypass the valve in here and go into our tank. I guess it really didn't need that much coolant. Oh, I made a fucking mess. It's okay. Nothing the water hose can't fix. Cool. Probably need to drive it around 2 coolant cycles. I mean, it doesn't have an electric fan like how a motorcycle does, so it's a little bit different. Let's go ahead and throw a little bit of coolant in here. About a little bit more. Still more. Okay. It's pretty much at min. Okay, let's just pour the rest in there. We can always suck it out. Okay, cool. And just slightly right above the minimum mark. Should be good. Let's make sure we're not climbing over temperature. A little bit. Got some air in the system still? She's running a little hot right now. Yeah, I don't like that. Son of a bitch. Probably air still trapped in the system. All right, probably give it a couple minutes to calm down. Go ahead and pull that cap. That's what I want to do right now. I know it's not that hot. Just a little bit. It's like warm. Okay, I can feel a little bit of coolant going through here, but Is it full? Yeah. Hose might be full of water. Yeah. Let's see here. On BRB. Okay. Spray a little bit of water, soap and water. Oh, guess you need more water. It's okay. I just want to get the coolant off the polished aluminum. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Cool. Looking good, huh? So tempted to pull this cap off again. It's cold. A little bit warmer. Oh. Smoky smoke. We got a leak somewhere? Why are we smoking? We're just hot in there already. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, okay. Hmm. Okay, so we're pretty up there in temperature. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully that's just the water that I poured on top of it. Because that would be a reason right there. If it started to overheat and the radiator's leaking, it's because it's not, not holding the coolant under pressure. I don't see the. Well, we'll just have to wait for it to kind of drip dry a little bit. It smells like water. It smells like steam. It doesn't smell like burning coolant. It's evaporating. It's warm. Okay. Hmm. thermal cycle. Yeah, let it kind of cool down just a little bit. Yeah, water's a little lukewarm. Ooh, yeah, that's hot. Coolant's definitely moving through it. Technically, it should self-bleed. If it's low on coolant, once it, the pump will usually push, will usually push most of the air out because you can't really compress the liquid. So eventually, pump will push most of the air out, and it'll escape. As it builds up pressure, it'll kind of bypass this pressure relief valve in the radiator cap and just kind of vents out to atmosphere through the expansion tank. And then as that level drops, as the air gets pushed out, usually it'll vacuum fluid back in there at the same time. So having it at a safe level, that minimum should be good. Let's see what our temp is. 40. It's going right after the thermostat. Like high 160s. High 150s, low 160s. Okay. So it's definitely getting a temperature. I'm pretty sure. Coolant could actually be a lot warmer, even though I'm only registering 150, 160, the internal temperature. Because this is 5-layer silicone. Could be a lot, obviously, 180, 190, 200. Obviously, the gauge was showing the needle was kind of moving past the middle. So I would say that's probably like closer in the 205, 210 range, 212, 220, starting to creep. Once you start creeping past the halfway mark, you're starting to get into like a kind of an unsafe range in the 200s, which I don't want to see that. Hopefully we didn't cause any damage when the radiator blew, but I don't think so. I don't think I drove it long enough to hopefully cause any problems. Let's kind of get this all right. Sweet. All right, should be good. Let's see where our needles. Oh. Okay, no check engines. Oil pressure looking okay. Coolant temp. No, I'm not doing anything weird. It's holding a good idle like it should. Battery looks okay. Oil pressure looks constant. Fuck, I probably gotta take it for a test drive. That's probably what I need to do. I need to take this thing for a fucking test drive. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. Fuck's that sound? Huh. And that could be water that I got in there. Huh. There's a bunch of water in the bottom. That's what that could be. Don't see a piston coolant yet. Looks like it's kind of pulling that level down just a little bit. See how it kind of pulled the level down? It's always a good sign. If I notice that this starts filling up rapidly, that would usually like indicate like it's overheating. I gotta glue this back on. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. All right, cool. I don't know what that sounds like, a bearing or something. It kind of like comes and goes. I wonder what that is. Oh, no leaks. Looking good. I think I need some more windshield wiper fluid. Windshield wiper fluid's a little low. Is this thing ready for a fucking test drive? Ooh, hoses are nice and warm. Okay. Hold on. I need one more thing really quick. Forget what else I need. Hold on. Oh. All right. So I think that's it for this moment. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're about an hour into this right here. Just, final checks before we take it out on a test drive. We'll go ahead and double check the coolant. Best way, it's probably, you obviously At this temperature, you never want to remove it while it's hot. You saw how much pressure it had while it was, around 120, 130 degrees. Still considerable amount of pressure. So, not sure what the PSI rating on these caps are. Probably around, 14, 15 PSI, give or take. It's typically what they'll, could be like a more of a high pressure radiator cap, kind of hold all that pressure in there. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and then maybe we'll go take this thing for a quick little mud bog test ride. See if I can mount a camera somewhere. And I think I got it. Yeah, if I'm gonna take this thing off roading, I definitely got to put the mud flat back in. Getting fucking mud all over the place. But yeah, I think so far so good. Maybe I'll keep it easy because I don't have my custom bushing in yet. I got this, and I want to. Should be okay. We got one solid mount here. We're relying on radiator hoses to kind of keep the radiator pushed forward. Let's see, transmission. The transmission lines are kind of supporting it. Power steering lines kind of. So we also have this. This is pretty solid. This right here kind of supports it. If anything, it just wants to rock back. The radiator wants to rock back. Probably will want to have a slight upward motion. So that's where this is going to come in. There will be a shear force right here on this riv nut and the bolt when this radiator wants to have negative G's on it. Have all the coolant, all the weight of this radiator want to go in an upward motion. So yeah, this right here is just so we can mock it up, get the truck on. I got to machine a bushing on my lathe. You gotta, it's gonna basically drill a pilot in it. That way, it's gonna be part of my kit. So people that run into the same problem here, decide to buy a cold case radiator, install on their Gen 3 Ram 1500, and find out, oh yeah, none of the mounts. This is basically the OEM style. Basically, drill out the original rib nut, weld, paint, install a new rib nut. The kit that I'm going to make is basically going to be a drill through. Won't have that OEM look, but it'll be more designed for guys that don't have a welder or grinders, that kind of thing. Don't have necessarily a couple days or a week to work on it. Need to get it done same day so they can get to work. That's kind of what that kit's going to be, because what I noticed is this original radiator is discontinued from Dodge, and I couldn't find any new old stock on like eBay. So, and I didn't want to buy a cheap Chinese one, so that's why I ended up going with the cold case. And then from the reviews, sounded pretty legit, but nobody really described the issue that I ran into. I'm assuming they either Mickey Mouse did or did it half-ass. Couldn't find any content on the modifications that I did, so figure we're going to go ahead and turn into a little kit. Includes all the little pieces basically, so you can mock it up the first time and be ready to go. Have your truck ready same day. Everything nice and pretty, professionally installed, or not. I won't be doing the installing unless you want to bring your truck to me. But what do you call it? The kit will be available on eBay. And yeah, these Mishimoto coolant lines, so far so good. I like the fitment. They actually fit quite nice with the aftermarket radiator. It's a little bit of a drag on the AC compressor line, the high pressure side. I was taking a look at a video of when I last worked on the truck with the original radiator here, and I think it's because this is a little thicker, so it changes, puts a little bit of pressure on the hose and kind of squeezes it out towards the AC line there. But other than that, it's not really like, you know, super critical. I don't think should be rubbing too much. I think it'll be fine. If anything, maybe we'll take a look at it and see. I mean, it's not too much weight. I'm thinking it shouldn't be an issue. And regardless, this is kind of the only option that I have right now. This looked like the best option available. So sometimes you just got to make do with what you have and be appreciative of it. So, yep, that's pretty much it, guys. We're going to take a break. If you just found this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notifications so you can get the latest video updates, whether it be trucks, side by sides, motorcycles, ATVs, dirt bikes, oddball stuff. Pretty much work on everything. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up, hit that comment box, and you guys catch the next chat. Feel free to shoot a message. Just don't say that dumb shit. All right, guys. See you soon.